recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tied up, ties on the industry advice. I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in the sky.
It's week 15 of the National Football League, and the spotlight falls on Joey Porter Jr. He enters this week approaching 50 tackles for the year. It's the Commanders and the Blues, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity as a player to extend your career, get invited back to training camp next season. A lot of teams' years are made at the end of the year, and a lot of individual players' careers are made down the stretch here in these final couple weeks.
Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The first snap, and Murray goes to the air. He runs with it.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Murray now on 2nd down. That's brought in right side by Pickens. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He gets it to Jonathan Mingo.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Now a 2nd down throw for Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Interesting play call there, Mike. I actually like it. 2nd and inches. I don't blame him. Go for a shot. See if you can get something downfield through the air, and if not, it's still 3rd and inches. But what you don't account for is taking a sack. You can't lose that much yardage, and this now changes everything here on 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. He's going to have the 1st down and more. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him. They've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He's going to keep it himself. Now a timeout for injury. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. They'll run with Montgomery. Good blocking, and he's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Commanders. His 6th touchdown now for the season. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. A safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by their quarterback, the 2nd-round pick out of Kentucky, Will Levis.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. It's Carl Granderson this time to make the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Man in motion, heading left. They'll stick with him again. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the gun, it's Levis. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
On comes the Blues punter. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Another try with Brooks. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. On 3rd down, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass. is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Levis. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll send him over to the left. Now give on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
That's a short one taken in by Conklin.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once again. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I continue in just a moment. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
The Commanders about to send this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. The Blues offense ready to get back to work. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Now, Levis. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Conklin goes in motion. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win. Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. 1st and 10. working from the shotgun. It's Murray. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Washington. Working out of the gun, Murray. That's caught downfield by McBride. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On play action, Murray. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch.
And he's into the end zone. Jonathan Mingo. Touchdown, Washington.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
His kick is good. Makes the score. Commanders 14, Blues nothing. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Blues offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to going with first and 10. Here's Levis. A quick throw that's complete on the slant. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. Here's Levis. He'll try to hit him with a screen.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is third and 10. Levis to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. So here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Commanders, who are out on top. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start our tour out in the city of Angels, Los Angeles. And this one getting ugly early. A 17-point game at the half. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we'll take the trip east to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Jordan Love leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Desmond Ridder with a couple of touchdown passes. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Blues offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Pass caught right side by Conklin.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And that is incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And now it's fourth down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Commanders offense and this drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. Can't fault the effort. He got hit for a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yardage. Play action now. It's Murray. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Give it up the middle to Brooks. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run, and it's also a first down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Brooks. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Commanders first down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. Now Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Cairo Santos sets your kickoff.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Blues offense ready to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold.
Still second down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Levis. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Levis. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st, so it'll bring up 4th down.
This offense just can't buy a 3rd down conversion right now, Mike, and if you're not going to have a lot of explosive plays, that's just not a formula for success. The ability to sustain drives, maintain possession, that's a critical factor in scoring points in the NFL, and so far, this has been about as bad as it gets. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over, and they look to finish it off here in the fourth. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. Now he'll run it. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line.
Unnecessary roughness. Automatic first down.
Now another try at first and goal, albeit from a little further back. They'll run with Brooks. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Jonathan Brooks, touchdown Commanders. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
On is Santos for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Commanders are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead.
Santos set to kick off.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the...
Here's 1st and 10.
Like 13, like 13.
Levis to throw. Oh, he coughs up the football. Oh, he gets it right back. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
Right 5-4. On.
A 2nd down throw here for Levis. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Commanders' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They'll go once more with Brooks. second down, Montgomery. And he will get into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Washington. That his second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Commanders move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down.
Like 13, right?
Here's Levis to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard.
What the heck?
From the gun, it's Levis.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll look to set up the screen here. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, Levis. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game.
Here we go.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Commanders' offense and George Pickens out for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. On 1st and 10, Murray going for it all. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo. Now Murray on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Commanders set to kick this one away, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. This will be returned from just beyond midfield, and it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field.
Mike 54, Mike 54.
Here we go. One final play. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So a win here on the road for the Commanders. And this was as good as it gets. All three phases of the game in perfect harmony as they post the lopsided shutout victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.